If your income stopped coming because you stopped working, then you have not started building wealth. Welcome back to my channel where I simplify finance and investing and I help you grow your wealth with clarity and confidence. Coach Benita, an investment coach, a portfolio builder, and a portfolio manager. In today's video, I'm going to show you three types of income that every wealthy person understands and they are used to their advantage to build wealth, and how you can also use them to build financial freedom. Before we dive in, I need you to hit the subscription button, like this video, and turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss any financial lessons that I share to help you grow your wealth and build a long-lasting wealth. All right, then, let's dive into it. Now, the very first one I'm going to be talking about is active income. I know that most of us were very familiar with active income. It's the most common type of income. So with active income, you usually trade your skill, your time, and your efforts for money. These are the things you trade for money. There's something to be traded when it comes to active income to get money. And how do you do this? You get salary, you get funds from your personal business, your daily hustle, freelancing, professional fees. All of these things are things you do to get active income. Now, is it good to have active income? Very good, fantastic. But active income is good, but it's actually also limited. So there's little to what you can make when all you just do is have an active income. Why? Because you can only work for certain hours. We all have 24 hours in a day to work, and for most people, you just have 8 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours, depending on the amount of hours you choose to work. And you can't go beyond that hours to get money. This is what you're trading, and you can't trade beyond what you have to get that particular amount. So it makes your active income limited, and you can't get wealthy by just having active income. I'm going to explain the other types of income that will help you to get wealthy and build financial freedom. But does it mean that it's not good to have active income? No, like I said, it's good to have active income, but your active income is an important factor, is an important income that can help you to generate the two other types of income that I'm going to be talking about, and that is going to help you to build financial freedom. So, active income is good because this is where most people start from. You can discipline yourself to save a part of your earnings and you invest it wisely and grow that money. Then you are taking the first part towards real wealth. With active income, you're able to pay your bills, you're able to feed well, you're able to take care of accommodation, you're able to build something strong and greater from active income. But the key is that with active income, you don't get to spend everything if you want to build the remaining two types of income. So if you spend all you earn from active income, then you might not actually be building wealth. But if you want to build wealth, then a fraction of what is coming in from your active income has to be set aside with discipline so that you can generate the remaining two types of income that can now generate more for you. Now, the remaining two types of income I'm going to be talking about is the real deal, and that's what we're going into right now. Let's talk about the second type of income. Now, let's take a look at the second type of income, which is portfolio income. With portfolio income, you generate your portfolio income from what your active income has given you. That is from what you have set aside from your active income. You know, the other time I was telling you that your active income is actually also very important because that is what you need to generate the remaining two types of income. So with your portfolio income, active income builds your portfolio income. Now, how is this done? Let me give you a very quick scenario. Imagine that you want to make a pot of stew and you go to the market, you buy a basket of tomatoes. When you come back to the house, you set aside a portion of that tomatoes and you plant it in your courtyard. When this is done, in few months, you realize that these tomatoes begin to grow and you have more tomatoes from your courtyard. Now, what happens to the initial basket of tomatoes that you have bought? You would have made a pot of stew with it. The tomatoes you bought and you made a pot of stew with is your active income. The pot of stew you made and you had are your expenses. So it means that your active income was totally spent when you made that pot of stew. But the one you set aside now represents what you have saved so that you can invest it. So when that tomatoes begins to grow and it yields another tomato, then that is what your investment has brought. That is what portfolio income is. So your active income now was your full basket, but when you set it aside, that was what you used to build this portfolio income, which brought another tomatoes from your courtyard. So your new tomatoes now, instead of you eating the new tomatoes, you can now also plow back that new tomatoes you have grown. It means that you plant it again. Before you know it, you realize that you already have a big and wide garden of tomatoes. That means, in a nutshell, you already have your money working for you because you have built a portfolio income. So this is how your portfolio income grows. Your portfolio income is when your money starts multiplying itself. So instead of spending all your active income, you invest a portion of it in assets that generate return. Now, I'm not going to leave you without telling you the kind of assets you can invest in that can help you to generate more income. So let's go to the type of investments that you can put these amounts that you have set aside in. Now, let's take a quick look at the types of investments that you can put your funds in. The money that is coming from your active income, you can put it in this type of investments. The very first one I'm going to talk about is stocks and shares. I know some of us are familiar with stocks and shares. So with stock and shares, you get to have dividends, and you also get to have capital appreciation. So two ways that stocks and shares is going to increase your money for you. You get paid, and at the same time, what you have planted is also growing at the same time. So that's what stocks and shares looks like. Another one is bonds. With bonds, it could be government bonds, it could be corporate bonds. You get to put your money in those bonds. It could be short term, it could be long term, and before you know it, it could be quarterly, it could be semi-annually, and you'll be receiving returns regularly on bonds. We have mutual funds, we have different types of mutual funds. If you check my channel, I've explained the different types of mutual funds that we have and how you can pick the one that best suits you. So if you have not watched that video, I'm going to be putting the link to the video in the description, and you find the video somewhere around here. So mutual fund also can get daily return if you want. You can get yearly return if you want. You have different types of mutual fund. You just find one that is going to work for you, and you grow wealth with this. Another one is REITs. REITs means Real Estate Investment Trust. For some people that feel like they cannot afford to own rental properties, there's still a way you can get rental income from the real estate sector without owning a property. You can get income from real estate without owning a physical property. So you can continue to earn even if you don't have a land, even if you don't have a property somewhere. REITs will make it happen. If you check through my channel, you also find a video that can guide you with REITs. Another one is treasury bills. So with treasury bills, it's like when you get married, you get your certificate before the marriage even starts. Treasury bills is like that. Your return just at the time you're putting your funds in that particular portfolio. There are lots of investments, they are not limited to this, but for the purpose of this video, I'm just sharing this few to let you know that there are investment portfolios that can help you grow your wealth and help you build financial freedom right early, and you'll retire early with peace. So portfolio income helps you achieve independence because your money keeps working even when you're resting. So how do you become wealthy with this type of investment? It's very simple. All you just need to do, like I said earlier, is reinvest the profits you are getting from the investments until your portfolio now can replace your active income. So continue to invest what is coming in, either as dividends, as interest, as returns from your investments. Continue to reinvest it, continue to apply it back, such that is enough to now replace your initial active income that generated it. So if your active income used to be, say, 500,000 naira, and you set aside 50,000 naira monthly, your 50,000 naira, let's say it earns you 10,000 naira yearly. Now, 50,000 and 10,000 is now 60,000. Continue to reinvest it. Reinvest the 60,000. It's going to give you another 12,000. Continue to reinvest it until this your investment can generate this 500,000 naira for you. So until your portfolio income can generate your active income, that is when you have started building wealth. So you might think that it's going to take a long time, but that's the goal. It requires patience. It requires discipline. But at the end of the day, I can tell you that it's worth it. No one wants to depend on active income forever. So let your money start working out for you now. And that takes me to the third type of income, which is your passive income. Now, I know that so many people mistaking this portfolio income for passive income, but I'm going to share the difference between the portfolio income and the passive income so you know what you're building. If you're building, you should know what you're building. Let's take a look at the third type of income, which is a passive income. So the passive income, just like the portfolio income, is the income that keeps coming in even when you're not actively working. But I'm still going to share the difference between the two for you. Passive income, it gives you peace of mind and it gives you freedom of your time. You are no longer trading your time, your skill, or your efforts for money like the active income. With passive income, you don't have to continue to work like active income. So passive income is the money you earn from systems or the asset that you have built. Now with it, you build just once. Either you have built a house just once, you have written a book just once, you have created a course just once, you have released the music just once, you have created the content just once. So passive income is something that when you do it once, it continues to generate income. Just like when you plant a palm tree, once you plant it once and it begins to fruit, it might take time to fruit, but the moment it begins to fruit, it continues to give you palm. So that's what passive income is like. So you build something once, you build a business, you make sure that there's a system in place and it continues to run itself in your absence. That is passive income. You continue to produce return over time. Now, what are the examples of this passive income? I've mentioned some I know. You have rental income, you build your house once, you continue to get rental income from it. You have a business and your set system in place such that even in your absence, the business continues to thrive. So that means that that is passive income for you because you don't have to be actively present in that business for that business to continue to generate income for you. You have digital products. Some of you can write books, some of you can create courses, some of you create content. There's something you can do that when you do it once, it continues to generate income from you. Then that is passive income because you don't have to do anything the moment you do it the first time. Another one is affiliate marketing, content monetization. You have a YouTube channel, you have a Facebook channel, a TikTok channel that is generating that has traffic and is generating income for you already. Royalties, you sing the song, you write books. So they are not limited to this, but there's something you can do that when you do it, it continues to generate income after you have done it just once. That is passive income. So what then is the difference between this passive income and the initial portfolio income? Portfolio income has to do with investment. You're putting your funds in a particular portfolio to ensure that it generates funds from you. But passive income is something that you do it once actively, then it continues to generate income for you. But without the help of active income, you might not be able to even have a portfolio income or a passive income. That is why the three types of income are very necessary to build wealth and to gain financial freedom. So with passive income, you're not trading your time, you're not trading your time, you're not trading your skill, you're not trading your efforts for money. If at all you're doing that, you are doing it once and afterwards it continues to generate income for you. But instead, you're just building a system, you're building asset that will generate money for you. But there's something important. Passive income does not happen overnight. It starts with active income. It grows through portfolio income and it matures through passive income. I'll say that again. Passive income doesn't happen overnight. It starts with active income, grows with portfolio income, and matures with passive income. That is why you need these three types of income. It's a circle of wealth. You need the three types of income to be financially free. Nobody wants to work for the rest of their life. You want to be on your bed and you know that your needs are well taken care of and you can afford whatever is a need for you at any time you need it. So when you are earning actively today, don't just spend it. Put a part of that your active income into investment that will later become portfolio income. Then over time, this your portfolio income will now produce a passive income for you. So this is how to build wealth when your money works for you and not just you working for money. So like I said earlier, if your income stopped because you stopped working, you have not started building wealth. So which stage are you right now? Is it active income, portfolio income, or passive income? Let me know in the comment section below. And if you find this video valuable, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with somebody who needs to hear about this today. Remember, wealth is not built in a day. It's built by what you do every day. So what are you doing today? See you in my next video and stay blessed.